Hey guys, this is Jeremy with Mountain's Edge again. I brought you up here on this boulder to show you a little something and give you another little educational piece for your cravings as you go out and learn about minerals and collect minerals in your life. One of the things you hear people talk about a lot of times is going to be the hardness of the mineral. It's really relevant especially when we're trying to identify them. There are some minerals that look very similar, and one of the ways that we can help identify what's what is through the hardness of that. That's called, this is your calendar word for the day, the MOHS Scale, M-O-H-S. Now, I have a very simple kit that it gives me an idea, helps me test these things, and so I'm going to kind of show you here and give you an idea on a few specimens, okay? Now, this MOHS hardness test kit just uses a simple set of picks. Each of these metal picks has a different hardness to it. You kind of apply it at the same angle as you might write with a little bit more pressure, and if it scratches the stone, then you know that it's softer than the pick you used. They're numbered 2 through 9, 2 being the softest, 9 being the hardest in this kit. Usually the MOHS scale actually runs 1 through 10. So to give you an idea, like chalk or a talc would be a 1, and a diamond would be a 10. Okay, just to give you an idea. Now, I'm going to start off with an easy one. This is Selenite. And if you're out there buying minerals or looking at it, you're going to see a lot of selenite. It's very soft, it's easy to shape, it's very plentiful. Sometimes they polish it or work it in different forms. Now, I know this to be a very soft stone, so I'm not going to start at a 9 on the hardest pick. I'm going to kind of jump down a few because I know no way will it be anywhere close to that. But let's just start off with like a 5 for fun and see what we can do. So I'm going to pick a nice face here, all right? And I'm just going to apply this. It's equal, like I say, a little harder than writing, about 7 pounds of pressure technically at an angle, and drag it. You see, it makes a clean line. So I know it's softer than my 5 pick. So I'm going to go to a 4 just to walk down. It's kind of the best method to go through it. Still makes the mark, still softer than a 4. If I go on down to the next one, here's a number 3 pick. Notice it's made of a little different material, more like a copper material. And a scratch. Oh, it's still marking it pretty easy. And we're going to go down to my lowest number is a 2. And it still marks it. So that tells me that this is going to be a 1 or a 1.5 on the hardness scale. It's about as soft as minerals could be. Now, another common one that we deal with a lot, of course, is quartz, right? Same matrix, same makeup as we get with amethyst, citrine. Now this one is on a higher scale, a harder scale for sure. So we're going to start with the number 9, my hardest pick. I'm going to put the angle and draw a line. Now it does make a scratch, smaller, but it does make a scratch. So we'll go to my number 8 pick. I'm going to drag that down, still making a scratch. So we go on down one more, let's try a 7. What's my 7 going to tell me? Now 7 is not making a scratch. So that tells me that this crystal is probably about a 7.5 in the hardness scale. And that you'll find that to be pretty consistent among quartz, amethyst, citrine. Now I've thrown this in a couple little ones to play with that are a little different. I threw in 2 pieces of turquoise. Let's start with this one first. Now, I don't know the region this is from, but it's a beautiful nugget. I do know that turquoise, usually it's a 3 on the low end, softest, up to a 6. Now, I noticed that this one has a little pyrite in the corner. Now, that doesn't necessarily affect the rest of the turquoise, but it kind of makes me wonder if it might be a little harder. So I'm going to start up here with a 7 and see what I get, okay? Take a little chunk of the surface, same angle, same pressure, draw my line. And it is barely scratching it at a 7. That's really impressive. So we go on up to a 6. I'll drag the 6 down, and I'm not getting a line. I'm not really getting any bite at all. That tells me this is about a 6, 6.5 on the hardness scale, which is the higher end and harder turquoise you can hope to find. So this will make a gorgeous piece for someone to work into a piece of jewelry. I also have a special piece of turquoise here that comes out of Cripple Creek, Colorado. This is called Virtus Blue. Now this mine's closed at this time as far as I know, but it has produced, or that region has produced, the hardest turquoise ever documented in history. Now, because of that, I'm going to start a little higher on the scale. We're going to start with a 9. Let me find a good little surface here. Okay, let's try right here. Here's a 9. Now 9 should scratch it because it's should be softer. And look at that. It is barely making a mark. And here's an 8. I'm still getting a little mark. I expect this to come in at about a 7.5. This is a 7. And it barely makes a mark. So that's a 7. This is harder, much harder turquoise than you can find in most places. Its unique growth and unique time in the earth has absorbed a lot of quartz into it, which has made it a much harder turquoise and makes a much more beautiful set of jewelry. When you polish, the harder the stone, the better the polish, the better the shine and color that comes out of it. And this just is some of the most beautiful stuff you could hope to get your hands on to work for jewelry. So that is the MOHS scale, MOHS. If you want to look into it, it's very intriguing. This is a simple kit. There are other ways, obviously, to test hardness, but this is a great way for you to help identify the hardness of the stone and help identify some of the minerals, or even understand what people are talking about when they speak of the hardness of minerals. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Hope you enjoy my beautiful backdrop here, and I look forward to the next time we get to play around some more in the mountains. Thanks. Have a great day, guys.